in agri sector have so faced a lot. So yes. So what was that for?
Look, women play such an important role in various levels for food security. At the level of production, we all know what an important role women play in production, whether it be rice, whether it be horticulture, whether it be livestock. Women have such a critical role to play, as well as in food processing, in food marketing, in nutrition, all along the agricultural value chain. Women have a tremendously important role to play, and it has been shown time and time again through research in many different parts of the world that supporting women in these different roles, whether it's in the productive role or in their role as nurturers of families and caretakers of families and communities, is one of the most important ways in which we can get development. So, you know, FAO doing their part on focusing on women is just playing into that. It's just accepting, really, that this is one of the best ways in which we can get concrete development results, is through supporting women.
A new FAO representative after a meeting with the Vice President. 18 years ago, on December 18, 1995 to be exact, Gambia Radio and Television Services started sending test signals. Although a relative newcomer, GRTS has established itself as a force to be reckoned with in the fast-evolving and competitive industry, producing and airing a broad range of educative and informative programs of reputable standards. Babaka Senghor looks back on the past 18 years.
It began beaming its first images to the outer world when the rap sensation Spawn Africans were the darling of the Gambia's emerging pop culture. No matter who you be, you have to praise him, so the Almighty God is the only one. This was a year after the Gambia witnessed an historic change of direction, the emergence of a new and more dynamic youthful system that changed the socio-political landscape of this country, the like of which had never been felt in this land. It was once a dream, a lofty and idyllic dream for some, but no sooner had the first signs of the project emerged, there was no stopping this country expressing its newfound air of optimism towards the realization of its collective development strides. As the tall aerial transmitter antenna juts patiently into the skies, there comes the final confirmation that a future Gambia television will air localized programs for what was an information-starved public. The excitement and pride that greeted the maiden signals of the country's first television station was immense.
Welcome to GTV News. I'm Abis Njai.
Actually, the advent of the television in the first place marked a turning point in the annals of broadcasting in this country.
Many watched as Gambia began its television project at a time so much was changing about the country.
Well, the memories are still there. I could recall I was one of those sitting at home watching. And it was interesting seeing Amigo Jang with the jazz, you know, playing, and everybody was glued to the TV.
This is GTV News, anchored tonight by Boran Boj.
I'm Abis Njai.
The pioneer faces and voices of this television were a concoction of experienced broadcasters, production experts, and engineers from the old Radio Gambia film unit, and for the engineers, those nurtured and trained by Gamtel. This core group of highly trained individuals, many of whom now hold key positions in various departments at GRTS, laid the foundation and at times literally helped babysit what was a delicate project at its infancy. It is a long time coming, and Abdi Toure, who began his decades-long love affair with television broadcasting back in the old film unit days, now directs proceedings elsewhere, becoming the institution's newest Deputy Director General in mid-2013.
It was a novelty in those days to have a television of your own, the first time in the history of the country. And it came, you know, just the second year of the July 22nd revolution, when the government of the day thought it very prudent to establish a national television. And it was never a mistake.
Following on that tradition for some of the country's finest broadcasters town administrators is the current director of TV programs, Keba Diba, brought with him valuable experience and expertise from his many years at the film units.
You know, before 1995, there was no television. People were tuning Senegal most of the time, the few who had television in their houses. They were looking at images from outside. And in the process, they tend to conjure a mental picture of the outside world in themselves. That is what is built in themselves.
Fatou Sane Cisse became the archetypal poster faces of the television beaming in Gambian homes. She mixes appealing presentation talents with her enduring programming skills for more than a decade now. No wonder she now manages the programs department as senior manager of television programs.
You know, when we talk about TV in general, we're looking at images. Radio is different. That's the audio. But television is all about images. We want to see quality, good and presentable images on air. And this, we can only achieve it through a good, high-quality production. And when I look at production, it's as if you are building a house. If you have to build a house, you need a good foundation. You need cement, you need rods, you need so many things to build a solid and firm house. So with television production, you need finance. This is our biggest challenge.
For Jarvis News, this is Babukar Senghor.
Officials of Directorate of Health Promotion and Education are seeking to raise awareness of the effects of breast cancer. The news conference held at Serekunda General Hospital was attended by the Minister of Health and Social Welfare and the Gambia's ambassador to the Kingdom of Morocco. Modou Badian reports.
Breast cancer is the uncontrolled growth of some breast tissues in one or more breasts. It ranks among the leading cause of death of women worldwide. In the Gambia, breast cancer is the most common in pregnant women and tends to affect women in their mid-30s. It is in this vein that the Directorate of Health Promotion and Education under the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare combine efforts with their Moroccan counterparts to raise public awareness on the disease and its effects. This campaign started way back in 2008 with support coming from the Gambian ambassador to Morocco. The availability of Prof. Raja in the country to offer lectures to Gambian health experts on the disease was news welcomed by the Gambia.
Professor Raja Azagadi, she's a Moroccan. She has more than 30 years of experience in surgery. She's a general surgeon. And more than 20 years of experience in raising awareness, treatment, and anything related to breast cancer. We have decided to concentrate on that. This is why she created this association called Corps de Femmes. Corps de Femmes is the heart of a woman. She has visited many African countries and she has established structures of this association there. The nearest is Senegal and Ghana, up to Uganda. And because she wants to share her expertise and experience in this domain to help raise awareness in this very important and but very fatal disease.
This development came as a blessing to those suffering from breast cancer and even potential victims.
We are gathered here today to face or observe a challenge women are going through, which is an NCD that is on the rise, that is affecting women. And that is why Dr. Raja is here to be with us in this crusade, so that women will be able to recognize what breast cancer is and what surgical interventions can be done.
Statistics gathered from the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital disclosed most breast cancer patients are within the ages of 30 to 35.
In 2010, we saw 281 women with various breast problems. 39 of them had breast cancer. In 2011, we saw 370 women with various breast problems as well, and 48 of them had breast cancer. 2012, 404 women were seen with breast problems and 54 had breast cancer. And as at August 2013, we saw 386 women and